Hello everybody, my name is James. I'm a video production specialist here at Videoguys. It is Tuesday, it is about 3 o'clock Eastern, which means it is time for another episode of Videoguys Live. We are going to just jump straight into this because we have a lot of things to talk about today, because last week was NAB New York and I went down to NAB New York and I toured a lot of our manufacturers' booths. So let's just jump right into it. So these are all of the booths that I went to and visited at NAB New York. So AJA, Atomos, Avid, BirdDog, Canon, Elgato, which we will talk about that, new and exciting news about Elgato. Facilis, ICANN, also new and exciting. Kiloview, Liberty, LiveU, Marshall, Matrox, Netgear, Panasonic, PTZ Optics, SanDisk, Telestream, Teradek, Turtle, VizRT, Western Digital, and YoloLiv all either had booths or were in Broadfield's booth, and we went and spoke to a lot of them. Some of them had some really interesting things that they were announcing and showing off, so I wanted to go through and talk about some of my favorites that I saw. And I even did some videos with some of our representatives and manufacturers. So let's start off with one of the big ones, which is BirdDog. BirdDog was showing off a lot of their new cameras, which are very exciting. The first one is the X4E Ultra. This is basically the X4 that we already know and love, minus the Wi-Fi and the battery. So if you like the image quality, the optical zoom of the X4, and you weren't really looking to do wireless workflows, well, now you can get this X4E, which is Ethernet, and you can use it as a standard PTZ camera. This is going to be shipping sometime middle of next month. The next one is the BirdDog XL Ultra. This is BirdDog's brand new flagship camera. It's going to have a 4/3 inch sensor with a 20x optical zoom. We talked about this before. It's also going to have a secondary camera on it that is going to be used for like wide shots to assist with auto tracking, things like that. Very cool, and you can get an output from that as well. Just like all of other BirdDog's cameras, it has AI auto tracking, has 12G SDI output, HDMI, NDI, SRT, and Genlock. And of course, it has the Bird UI for color control, an iOS app for color control, and it has the e-ink display on it, just like most of the other BirdDog PTZ cameras. The other big exciting news is the O4. This is BirdDog's new outdoor camera, also going to be shipping next month. This is IP66 rated for outdoor weather. Has a 30x optical zoom, and one of the cool features is because it's a 4K sensor, if you digitally zoom into that 4K sensor and output at 1080, you can actually get a 60 times optical zoom on the O4. And same thing with the AI auto tracking, 12G SDI, HDMI, NDI, and SFP ports on it, which if you look at the back of this unit too, it's really cool. There's watertight plugs on the back of it, so you can have your cables plugged in and not have to worry about any exposed ports to the elements. Lastly, they were also showing off the Maki Studio and the Maki Ultra. I was able to speak with Dan Mial from BirdDog all the way from Australia. He came to the NAB show, and I quickly went through this stuff. Let's get Dan's input from that.
Hi, I'm Dan from BirdDog, and we're here at NAB New York, and I am super excited to show you our new products that we've got on show here. Probably the most exciting one for me is the XL camera. XL by name, but XL by nature as well. It's got the largest sensor you can get in a PTZ camera with the 4/3 sensor in there, so it's excellent for low light. But the other thing that's great is it's got a really good lens on there, which gives us 20 times optical zoom in 4K and 40 times optical zoom in HD. So even though it's got a large sensor, you've got an excellent zoom range in there and amazing image quality. The cool thing with it is it actually packs in a second camera as well. So you get a wide shot from a camera built into the base, as well as a really high quality camera in the PTZ side of things. So that's our XL. On top of that, behind me here, I've also got the O4. O4 is our outdoor camera in the latest generation of BirdDog cameras. This thing is built for all the elements you can throw at it. It can be minus 40 degrees Celsius all the way through to plus 60. Pretty much anywhere on the planet, this thing will thrive. 4K 60, it's got a 30 times optical zoom in 4K and a 60 times optical zoom in HD. So this thing can work for pretty much any type of application you'd like. It's got a great mounting system, so you can put it anywhere you need to in terms of outdoor mounting. and the image quality is second to none. Not to forget a smaller member of our family that we've just launched at the show here today, which is called the X4E. X4E is our Ethernet-only version of our best-selling product, the X4. So it's got a great size sensor in there, so excellent image quality, 20 times optical zoom, again with that double zoom when you're working in HD, so up to 40 times optical zoom, SDI connections. This thing's built for pretty much any type of production where you've got limited space and you want excellent image quality on a budget. So we're really excited about these, but probably more importantly is almost all of these products that we have on the booth are new for NAB New York. Last year we didn't have any of these. We've got a great lineup everywhere from the entry level all the way through to the ultra high end with our XL as well. For more information, check out our website at birddog.tv.
Sorry about that. Next up is YoloLiv. YoloLiv we're big fans of here at Videoguys. They have the YoloBox Ultra, the YoloBox Extreme, YoloBox InStream, all of that good stuff. One of the things that I was really excited to see and get my hands on while I was at NAB was actually their S7 camera and their brand new S3 webcam. Now, I was able to have this connected to a YoloBox Extreme, bring this up onto a full screen monitor, and the image quality on this little webcam is absolutely phenomenal, and it has really good auto tracking. Autofocus, not auto tracking. One of the things that I thought was also really cool about the YoloCam S7 is instead of having a quick release plate on it, if you wanted to switch from vertical streaming to horizontal streaming, if you're using something like the InStream or the YoloBox Ultra, it is very easy to do that because it actually just has magnets on it. So you can lift it off of its quick release plate and just rotate the camera, place it back down, and now you are using it in horizontal or vertical format. I'm really excited to get these in our warehouse and start playing with them in much more detail. So lots of cool stuff coming from YoloLiv as well. Next up is we have some very exciting news. Elgato is new to Videoguys. And this is going to be available very soon. A lot of this stuff is actually on our site right now. So if you are looking to get a Stream Deck, whether it's a Studio, an XL, a Plus, any of the Elgato Stream Decks, we have those available. We also have their prompter and some of their microphones and arms and connectors and all of that stuff from Elgato. I was able to actually catch up with a good friend of Videoguys, Chris Burgos, who is now with Elgato, and he's going to show you a little bit about the Studio and then also the XL prompter, which is so cool to see in person. We'll play that for you now.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Chris Burgos here with Elgato, talking about all the new things we're showcasing at NAB New York, starting off with the Stream Deck Studio. We are doing all kinds of automation, control, all your needs for your studio met with this 19-inch rack-mountable 1RU form factor. So we can control a switcher, we can control a PTZ camera, we can control our brand new prompter, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But it is an amazing little product to get your hands on, very easy to use and customize, lots of applications. Also, we're showcasing our brand new 15-inch Prompter XL. So this is the prompter we've been looking for our more larger scale podcast studios, these insert studios, corporate spaces. Super easy to operate, all in one solution, comes with the fittings for different kinds of cameras, from something as simple as a DSLR all the way up to some of the pro cameras, and the software comes included to be able to control and work with all of that prompting needs. Pulling it all together into the greater Elgato universe, we also have the whole line of Stream Decks out there that are helping cause all kinds of automation and different elements of your shows. We also have our webcams that we've dropped and a lot of new products coming from Elgato. So be on the lookout for what's new, whether it's a new color scheme on your Stream Deck or a new product like lights or a new product like a new chair, a mic arm. We have so much going on with Elgato these days. And so looking forward to you guys digging in deeper with our products.
Super excited to have Elgato available. We in the office have been starting to play with the Stream Decks. Not only can you control things like your switcher or your PTZ cameras, but you can also control things like your Teams call or your Zoom call. So we are super excited that we have Elgato. We're planning on getting Chris to join us in the near future to do a more deep dive into Elgato, so definitely make sure to stay tuned for more information on that. Next up is Turtle. Turtle is displaying all of their Dante workflows, and not just Dante audio, but they were also talking about how they have converters that allow you to encode or decode Dante AV-H and Dante AV-A, which is their video IP protocol. So if you're already in a Dante audio workflow, and that's how you're routing audio throughout your building, and you want to add video into your workflow, you can get some Dante cameras, maybe something like the PTZ Optics Link cameras, and then you can use these Turtle converters to get them onto your network and be able to send your Dante AV-H videos across the network. So more information coming out on Turtle soon as well. Next up is Atomos. Atomos was showing off their brand new Ninja TX and the Shinobi RX. I was able to talk with John from Atomos, and he told me about some of the highlighted features on those two products. So let's play that for you now.
Hey guys, I'm John Restivo here at Atomos. We're at NAB New York, and I'm showing off the Ninja TX. This is our new flagship 5-inch monitor. It's a 1500 nit screen. It has 12G SDI in and out. It has 4K HDMI in and out. We also have these Wi-Fi 6E antennas for camera to cloud. With Atomosphere, you can also go to Frame.io. You can live stream as well. Some of the new features, we have USB-C for power, and we have a new media type, which is CF Express B. It's really an all-around great 5-inch monitor. And then over here, we have our new Shinobi RX. Right now, we're sending a stream from a Ninja TX. It pairs really nicely. The RX is built into this 7-inch screen. So all you have to do is connect to the Wi-Fi, and there you go. It also has SDI in and out for if you want to just hardline in. We have USB-C for power. And then also a great feature on this Shinobi RX is it has camera control. So the same camera control functionality that you have in the Shinobi 2 over USB-C with mirrorless cameras. You'll have a really great monitor.
Not only were they showing off the Ninja TX and the Shinobi RX, but they were also showing off the Shinobi 2, their Atomos point-to-point transmitters, the TX and RX, and they also did have a Sumo SE and their brand new Studio Sonic headphones, which, by the way, we use to do our editing, and I love them. They are great audio headphones. Next up is Canon. Canon was displaying a lot of great stuff at their booth. They were showing off some of their cinema cameras, including their brand new C50. They were showing off their camcorders, including the XF605. But our big focus was on the Canon CRN 300, 500, and 700 cameras that they were showing off, along with the RC IP1000. And I got to speak with Mike for a minute or so. So let's play that for you now.
Hi, I'm Mike Curtis from Canon, and we're here at NAB New York showing off a variety of our products, including cinema, professional video, and our PTZ cameras. In the PTZ area, we're showing our indoor cameras, so the CRN 700, CRN 300, CRN 500, along with our RCIP 1000 controller, and we're also showing our NDI interface.
That's great. Next up was LiveU. Now, LiveU wasn't really showing off their LiveU solos, but I still wanted to stop by their booth and see what they were talking about. LiveU was actually showing off their brand new LU900Q, which is one of their broadcast encoders. Cool thing about the LiveU LU900Q is that you can actually plug in up to 2 video feeds into it, and then using their cellular bonding, be able to send that video feed to something like an LU2000 or a production back into your studio. If that is something that you are looking to do, absolutely give us a call, and we can get you in contact with a local integrator who does carry LiveU's broadcast equipment. One of the other things that they were showing off at the booth was LiveU Studio, which is their cloud-based switching software and encoding software. You can send any LiveU device, whether it's a LiveU Solo or one of their broadcast encoders, to their cloud-based platform for switching, but you can also send SRT signals to it as well. And it is a great cloud-based switcher, so you don't have to worry about having the hardware, a powerful enough computer. You just log in, and as long as you have an internet connection, you can view your switching in the cloud. Again, if you have more questions about the LiveU Studio, absolutely give us a call, and we can get you in contact with a local integrator to get you more information on that. Next up is Kiloview. Kiloview had a booth at NAB New York, and Judy came all the way from China to come and see and display and talk about a lot of the stuff that they are offering, including the Kiloview RFO2, which is their new rack-mounted system that you can get cards to put into that are basically the N50, N60, things like that, to either encode or decode video signals across the network. You can also get compute cards. You can do media routing with their media gateway card. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with that. They were also showing off things like the N60, N50, which are their encoders and decoders that are standalone. And then, of course, they were showing off their Cube R1, which is their NDI recorder, and their Cube X1, which is their NDI routing system. And they were showing off the P3 and P3 Mini, which is their cellular bonding solution. So a lot of great stuff that was being shown off from Kiloview. We did a show a couple weeks ago on the Kiloview RFO2. So if you want more information on that device, definitely check that show out. Next up was PTZ Optics. Again, we are big fans of PTZ Optics here at Videoguys. They were showing off their entire camera workflow, the Move 4K, the Move SE, the Studio 4K, the Studio SE, the SuperJoy. They were showing off Hive, and they were also showing off Horizon, which is their new web GUI that is currently in beta, and that is going to be an updated web GUI to be able to do more things with auto tracking, color control, and vectors, and things like that. A lot of cool stuff coming out from PTZ Optics as well. Next up is Netgear. Again, I keep saying this, we're big fans of Netgear here at Videoguys. Netgear makes their M4250 line of Pro AV switches that are specifically designed for AV over IP. They also have their Pro routers, they have their wireless access points, and they also have their Engage software, which is how you are able to control multiple switches on a network. And I spoke with Devin from Netgear, and he showed me a little bit of a demo of how all of that works, including how you can change the colors of some of the ports on your Netgear switches. We'll play that for you now.
Hi, I'm Devin Kress with Netgear. We're happy to be here at NAB New York 2025. We have some fantastic products that we've been building specifically for the broadcast market. Many people are well aware of our M4250 series switches. These are 1 gig switches with plenty of PoE power for you that are supporting things like Dante, AES67, and over 400 different manufacturers' protocols that are out there. We've recently done a refresh of our M4300 series, and it continues to build out, called our M4350 series. One of the exciting things that we're doing with this is we're including a Grandmaster clock in many of these switches to support SMPTE 2110. We have a number of different versions of these switches. You'll see some down here in our M4350 line. Some of the things that we're listening to the input of our customers are they need different bandwidths. So audio applications might require lower bandwidth, 1 or 2.5 gig for maybe your intercom systems coming from companies like Riedel or RTS or Clearcom. These switches are specifically supported to support their 2110 applications. Now, how else do we make it simple as well? We give the switches the ability to actually color code the ports. So maybe you have a group of Dante, and maybe you have a group of AES67. Well, how do you visually see that? On our switches, there's color coding so that it's programmable and you're able to see that as well. As always, we supply a huge amount of PoE power. In fact, going up to PoE++, and the higher standard of 90 watts on that to support your PTZ cameras from the many manufacturers that are out there that are doing NDI or Dante AV on that side. Netgear is dedicated to the broadcast side and will continue to innovate and create new switches. We have a number of large ones that are coming out for higher bandwidth as well. We currently support 25 gig, 100 gig ports and our SMPTE 2110 solutions. You also see our access points. So for those applications that require the best Wi-Fi, we have Wi-Fi 7 access points as well as routers to support the complete network solutions that you might be putting together today. Another thing that I'd recommend is that you can download this from our website at netgear.com. There's a quick cheat guide. This gives you all of the M4250, 4350 series and all the feature sets to go along with that. The very unique thing that you see with our switches is the capability to very easily deploy these. We've worked with over 500 manufacturers and given the capability to simply click on a port, scroll down and say, I am doing this particular protocol, whether it's AES67, SMPTE 2110. What's it going to do? It's going to save you time, money. You're not going to have to roll trucks. That's why it's good to be a partner with Netgear.
Next up is Panasonic. Panasonic was showing off their whole range of PTZ cameras and their controllers. Before I get into the video that I did with Jim Jensen, I do just want to remind everybody that Panasonic is doing a promo right now where you can get 3 RP150s plus you get the RP150 controller included if you get 3 UE160 PTZ cameras, and that offer is available until December 31st of 2025. The main thing that we talked about with Jim Jensen is the AW UE150A and also their brand new AW RP200GJ controller. This one's a little bit longer, but it's a lot of great information on these new cameras and controller. We'll play that for you now.
Hello, my name is Jim Jensen. I'm the Senior Product Manager for our studio cameras and high-end PTZs. We're at NAB New York 2025, and we're showcasing a lot of new products and technologies, but I'll draw your attention to just a couple. One is the AW UE150A. This is a newer high-end PTZ for us that replaced the UE150. The UE150A has some really key features that you want to know about. One, the UE150A has a built-in optical low-pass filter. Why is that important? It's important because if you're using this particular PTZ and you have an LED wall in the background like we do here, you can possibly get moire effect. And the optical low-pass filter helps mitigate that moire effect. So many customers, whether they're corporate, house of worship, live events, are using LED walls. So this is really a key feature on the AW UE150A. The other really nice thing about the UE150A is now we have 2 3G SDI outputs. So now we have some flexibility there when it comes to workflow that we didn't maybe necessarily have on the UE150. The other thing that the UE150A has is built-in full bandwidth NDI. We know many workflows incorporate full bandwidth NDI, and that is part of the UE150A portfolio. A couple other nice things about the 150A, of course, is that it does have a large 1-inch sensor that so many customers come to rely upon, especially if they're shooting in environments that may be a little dark. We also are showcasing a brand new controller. It's called the AWRP200. The new AWRP200 is going to be addition to our already very successful controller lineup for our PTZs. The AWRP200, what's really awesome about it is we're used to the AWRP150 having a large joystick to control one PTZ, but the RP200 actually has 2 joysticks so that we can control 2 PTZs simultaneously. Now, the other nice thing about the RP200 is that it will take a full bandwidth NDI signal or an SRT streaming signal, come into the controller and convert that to SDI. So this really lends itself to your IP workflows. So many customers are really deploying PTZs on a large scale. So this particular controller lends itself to those large scale productions that incorporate our PTZs. It also has 5 distinct user buttons so that it has 5 modes to set up the controller very quickly, as well as macro functionality, bringing several complex moves to one touch of the button.
All right, next up is SanDisk. I stopped over by at their booth and I talked to Tim, and he told me about all of their workflows that they have going on, from their capture cards with SD cards, micro SD cards, CFast cards, all of that, to their portable SSDs, and of course talked about their new line of Creator Series. I can't talk to it as well as Tim can, so let's just have him explain all of those cards.
So we're here at NAB East, and we have on this side of the table, we have our whole SSD line. So, working our way from left to right here, we have the desk SSD. We have our Extreme SSD, the E61. We have our Extreme Pro SSD, the E81. We have our first USB 4 drive, the E82. And then moving down the line, we have our Thunderbolt 3, our Pro G40. We have our whole ProBlade ecosystem, ProBlade Station, and the ProBlade Transport. We're also showing some of our internal SSDs. We have our SN7100, SN850, heatsink, non-heatsink, and then moving all the way down to our phone drives. All right, and then working through our cards. So we're showing everything from our microSD Express, which for any of you gamers out there is the card that's in the new Nintendo Switch 2, to our Extreme and our Extreme Pro micro cards, going into some of our high endurance stuff, and then all the way down through our full series of SD cards, from SD V30, V60, and V90. Our new Type A card, which we're excited to finally have, and then our Type B cards, the CF Express Type B, and the Pro Cinema card with the higher sustained read and write speeds, and then our full complement of card readers to support that. So front and center of the booth this year, we've got our Creator Series, so a curated list of products specifically designed for content creators in mind. And we have portable SSDs and the phone SSD and a phone drive and specific cards directly designed for those content creators.
Sticking with our manufacturers that have storage solutions, we also stopped over at Western Digital, and they were showing off their entire range of HDD drives, including the G Drive Project, and then they were also showing off their G-RAID systems, the G-RAID Project 2, the G-RAID Mirror, and then of course the G-RAID Shuttle 4 and Shuttle 8. I stopped over and talked with Cooper. Let's have him explain what they were showing off.
We're here, everything solution-wise, from your portable and project-based solutions with your G Drive Armor ATD, and your G Drive, which is a desktop drive that goes from 6 to 26 terabytes, all the way up to our RAID solutions here, which is a direct attached hardware RAID configuration, which gives speed of SSDs with hard drives working together for better redundancy and speed. These are great solutions for anyone who's editing off of the bay or has a bucket full of portable drives or project drives, and so you go all the way around. And we even now offer Red Plus and Red Pro internal drives, which work great for either PCs and especially work well for network attached solutions like your Ugreens, your QNAPs, or even like storage arrays where you're having 12, 24, 48 units being filled out in a server rack.
Last but certainly not least, I stopped over at Teradek's booth, and they were showing off their brand new Prism Jetpack, which is their cellular bonded streaming solution. And they were also showing off their Ranger series with their point-to-point wireless transmission solutions. I spoke with Kyle for a few minutes, so we'll play that for you now.
Welcome to the Teradek booth. We're at NAB 2025. This year, we brought our latest innovation, the Teradek Jetpack. Jetpack is a collaboration between LowPro, Teradek, and Small HD, providing reliable contribution from the field back to your studio. Within this device, we have 8 SIM cards, all being bonded together to deliver a reliable signal either to your studio, where a decoder can be found, or directly to the streaming platform of your choice. On the right side of the table, we have our Core dashboard. Core allows you to monitor all of your connectivity from the studio. It allows you to record your files in real time as you shoot them in the field. And it also allows you to route all your video signals from the cloud to their final destinations. Again, being a hardware decoder that Teradek makes or a third-party decoder. That's the real beauty of the Jetpack, is we're platform agnostic. You can use this as a tool in your toolbox to get the shot you're looking for. On this side of our booth, we have our famous Ranger product. Ranger is a zero delay, uncompressed video transmission system. In my hands, it's a Ranger Micro, designed for smaller camera packages, similar to the one that's being shot on this video. The Ranger Mark II is designed for 4K workflows. Hence the larger form factor, we need to support 12G SDI. Both of these systems transmit to our Ranger receiver, which is equal in size across both platforms, delivering wireless video up to 5,000 feet. This can cover an entire football field. I've seen it personally.
Those were some of our favorite booths that I stopped by at. Like I said at the top of the show, a lot of our manufacturers were there. Definitely make sure to check out the Video Guys blog. Follow all of our manufacturers' blogs as well, because over the next couple days, they will be posting, I'm sure, recaps as well. So definitely check those out. Before we end the show, I just want to remind everybody that NDI November starts next week. This is our 6th annual NDI November. We have some great shows lined up. We're doing a keynote address with Miguel Cutini from NDI. He's the head of NDI, and he's going to be doing an interview with Gary next Tuesday at 10 a.m. We have some other great shows lined up throughout the entire month, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday throughout the entire month of NDI, throughout the entire month of November. So if you haven't, I highly recommend that you go to NDINovember.com and you sign up for that. This is a free event, and if you register, you enter your chance to win some of our great prizes, including a PTZ Optics Move 4K and a BirdDog X4E, which we just talked about in this show. So absolutely, if you want to learn more information about NDI, sign up for NDI November today at NDINovember.com, and we will see you there next Tuesday. Until then.
Video Guys is available Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram to stay connected with all of our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.